If you've ever looked up into the night sky and wondered if we really are alone in this vast universe, then you're not alone. I mean, that would be pretty weird if we were alone. It's one of those things that keeps a lot of people up at night, but it's also been a major influence in the art of storytelling. A skeleton discovered in 1929 and dubbed the Java Man. At first glance, it seemed to be just another ordinary primate fossil. But as researchers delved deeper into its origins, they found something truly perplexing. Creatures unlike anything we'd ever seen before began to appear on the scene, creatures with advanced technology and a thirst for knowledge. They were the first true intelligent beings on the planet, and their arrival marked a turning point in Earth's history. But as they ventured into the unknown, they carried with them a part of their history that would change the course of evolution forever. Before leaving, they left behind some of their number, who over time interbred with the dominant species on the planet, creating a new hybrid creature, a mix of human and monkey. They explored distant galaxies and uncharted territories, and they brought with them the legacy of their human ancestors. They had no memory of their ancient past or the legacy they had left behind. They yearned to return to Earth and reconnect with their roots. So they set course for home and prepared for their long-awaited arrival. As the monkeys approached Earth, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. Not with some ancient ape-like creature, but with a group of adventurous monkeys who fell to Earth from the stars. Remember that we are all connected by a web of life that stretches back to the beginning of time. If you enjoyed the story, please like and share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Until next time, keep looking up and keep dreaming big. Who knows? You never know what wonders you might find. Just remember, the truth is out there. We may not have evolved from apes after all, but from monkeys who dared to dream of the stars and who had the courage to follow their dreams no matter how impossible they seemed. We may not have been born on this planet, but we are an integral part of it. We are the stewards of Earth, and it is our responsibility to protect and cherish it. So let us all strive to be more like the monkeys, curious, adventurous, and always seeking to learn and grow. Let us embrace the unknown with open arms and explore the universe with a sense of wonder and awe. For who knows what wonders await us out there among the stars? This is the story of how monkeys gave birth to human beings, a tale passed down through ancient texts and whispered in the wind. But as always, keep in mind the true meaning of these stories. They're not just myths or legends. They're reflections of our deepest fears, desires, and dreams. They're a way for us to explore the mysteries of the universe and our place within it. The planet had changed in countless ways since they had left, but it was still the home they remembered. And as they landed and emerged from their ships, they were greeted by a new generation of humans. But, as the centuries passed, the monkeys' influence could be felt throughout the universe. They had become a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment, and their impact on the galaxy was immeasurable. In their travels, they discovered new technologies, new ways of thinking, and new possibilities for the future. And as they learned and grew, they shared their knowledge with others, spreading the light of enlightenment across the galaxy. There was a deep-seated mistrust and misunderstanding that had been passed down through generations. But as time went on, the barriers began to crumble and a new relationship emerged. The monkeys and the humans began to work together, sharing their knowledge and resources to improve the lives of both species. They learned from each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they grew stronger as a result. And as they worked side by side, they rediscovered the bond they had long forgotten. They realized that they were more alike than they were different, and that their shared history was a source of strength, not division. Together, they faced the challenges of the modern world and created a better future for themselves and for the planet. These creatures were the ancestors of the monkeys we know today, and they inherited many of the traits of their human ancestors, including their intelligence and curiosity. These beings were unlike any other species on the planet. They were highly intelligent, technologically advanced, and had a deep understanding of the universe. They studied the stars, unlocked the secrets of the cosmos and pushed the boundaries of knowledge further than anyone had ever dreamed possible. They were the first astronomers, the first scientists, the first explorers of the unknown. They were the first true humans. The skull bore an uncanny resemblance to a monkey skull, yet the bones and the rest of the skeleton were strikingly similar to those of a human. They built great cities, developed advanced technologies, and created works of art that continue to inspire us today. But their time on Earth was not without its challenges. As the planet continued to evolve, so did its inhabitants. And as the environment changed, so did the needs of the early humans. As resources became scarcer and competition for power increased, the early humans were forced to adapt or perish. And that's where the monkeys come in. This bizarre combination puzzled scientists and led them to a shocking conclusion. The Java man wasn't just an ordinary monkey or a proto-human. It was something else entirely, an alien creature from another world. Over time, they evolved into a completely new species, one that was no longer bound to the Earth or its gravitational pull. You see, the monkeys weren't just any ordinary primates. They were the descendants of a long line of explorers, adventurers, and pioneers. They had the spirit of adventure in their DNA, and they longed to explore the universe beyond their jungle home. So, when the time was right, they did the unthinkable. They built spaceships and set off into the stars. From sci-fi classics like Star Wars to newer shows like The Twilight Zone, we love stories about aliens. But what if the real extraterrestrial drama happened right here on Earth? What if our true origins lie not in some distant star system, but in the murky depths of our own planet's history? And what if we didn't evolve from some ancient ape-like creature, but from monkeys who fell to Earth from outer space? Sounds crazy, right? Well, stay with me, because this story might just make more sense than you think. Deep in the jungles of Southeast Asia lies a mystery that has baffled scientists for years. To understand this bizarre theory, we have to take a journey back in time to the early days of our planet. 4.4 billion years ago, the Earth was a very different place. Volcanoes belched out toxic gases, asteroids crashed into the surface, and life, as we knew it, was still a distant dream. But amidst this chaos, something extraordinary happened. A massive explosion rocked the Earth, so powerful that it's been dubbed the Great Filter. This explosion is believed to have wiped out all life on the planet and left it a barren wasteland, but not for long. In the aftermath of the Great Filter, the Earth began to cool and life started to emerge once again, but this time it was different. These early humans lived on Earth for millions of years, and during that time they accomplished incredible things. As the early humans struggled to survive, they were forced to flee their home planet in search of a new life elsewhere. But as the centuries passed, these traits became more pronounced, and the monkeys began to resemble their human ancestors less and less. As the monkeys soared through the vast expanse of space, they encountered new worlds, new cultures, and new species. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the human race had long forgotten its connection to the monkeys. Then one day, something remarkable happened. After millions of years in space, the monkeys felt the pull of their ancestral home. At first, the two species were wary of each other. And that's where the story of humanity truly began. So the next time you look up into the night sky and wonder if we're alone in this vast universe, remember the story of the monkeys and the humans. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the stars.